What's good, folks? We back. Now, listen, I was scrolling and I was looking for a little slice of life anime. And then I came across this anime called A Place Further Than the Universe. And honestly, I didn't know what I'd get myself into. It did get me a bit emotional, and I really wanted to go down into it and break it down on why it's so good and why I think it should be talked about way more. Now, let me give you a quick idea of what the show is about before I really start to dive into it. The story follows 4 high school girls who end up trying to take a trip to Antarctica. And listen, that might sound boring at first, but there's so much to the story than just that, because a trip to Antarctica, it ain't as easy as I thought. You can't just book a plane and go fly out there. It's a lot of stuff they had to go through, and during the story, it really shows you a bunch of emotional moments, and you get to see each character growing, and you get to see a lot about them. So the first thing I want to talk about, alright, first let's talk about Marie. Now when you first see Marie, she seemed like an outgoing girl who is friendly to everybody, and you can see that her problem is that she can't follow through with any plans that she make, and she feels like her biggest problem is breaking out of her comfort zone. Cause listen, that what makes her character very relatable, cause a lot of people go through that. Listen, I know you going through it right now. Listen, would you jump out of a plane? If the answer is no, then you're not breaking out your comfort zone. I mean with the parachute, you know, maybe that's not good comparison. Alright, but I think the main thing, Marie, she wants to make the most out of the opportunity she's given, and you get to build a connection with her, because over time you can see how hard she's actually trying to change. Alright, now let's talk about Shirashi. Now when you see Shirashi, you kind of think that she's a cold person, but the more you watch, you actually figure out that she could be just as joyful as anybody else, and you get to, I feel like, listen, I think she's really the backbone of the story that makes going to Antarctica 10 times better, because she has a real connection to it. Listen, her mother passed away in Antarctica, and she wanted to go there and see the sights that her mother was talking about, how beautiful it was. I feel like this really made the story a whole lot better, because you get to really dive deep into her childhood, how it was like, and you can only imagine the pain that she went through knowing that her mother had died in Antarctica, the place that she loved, and it really gave her a passion to go out there and see what her mother was so fond of. And I feel like the thing that I like most about her character is that she feels like a real person. Listen, she really hiding how hurt she is, and sometimes she does get a little bit selfish. Since we're on the topic of selfish, let's talk about Megumi. She's Marie's best friend that been with her through kindergarten, and the thing that you learn about her is that she doesn't really want to lose her friend, because her friend growing apart and she don't want to lose that, so she does everything she can to try to stop it. But I think that makes her character even better, because even though you could get mad at her for trying to do this, I feel like I see where she's coming from. You don't want to lose your little buddy, and I like that about her character. She's a very well written character that I think might be slept on. But let's not forget about Hinata. Now Hinata, she's very energetic, jumping all over the place. She seemed like a goofball, but she's actually probably the most mature person in the group, and she tries to hide her vulnerability, and the entire friend group sees this and they start to stand up for her. Now when I say they stand up for her, I don't mean they go beating on somebody. You know, that would have been a nice scene, but basically they go and tell her friends that feel sorry for her and kind of petty for her to leave her alone and let her move on with her life, because she's happy now. And I think that scene was absolutely beautiful. Now let's talk about Yuzuki. Now Yuzuki, she been in the entertainment business since she was 5, and that kind of isolated her from the entire world, and you could kind of see that. Listen, when the camera's on, she happy, she's smiling ear to ear, but when they off, you can see she kind of depressed because she never had friends, and when she do make friends, everybody just kind of wanted to be her friend only because she was a celebrity. You actually get an emotional moment when you see that everybody is there to try to help her, and she's still learning how friendship works and everything like that, because she's been isolated for so long. But now let's talk about Alright, so let's talk about what really hit me in this show. Listen, the one thing that I love about this show is that it uses Antarctica as more than just a place. I feel like it's almost like a symbol, because it's cold, dangerous, and it's empty, and every character, they see it in a different way. With Marie, she sees a chance to finally do something with herself instead of just wasting time talking about this plan, that plan. And seriously, she kind of sees Antarctica as a sacred place that really ties her to her mother. It really helps her move forward going to Antarctica. And for Hinata, you can see that she's really kind of chasing independence, because the idea that she loves about Antarctica so much is that nobody is really tied to other people's expectation. And for Yuzuki, she wants a real friendship that's not really tied down with contracts and everything that she's used to. Listen, the friendship in this show is kind of the most realistic I ever seen, because it is a little bit awkward. Listen, people be lying to each other. They be snooping a little, because, you know, people do be getting nosy. But the friendship in here, it shows that sometimes it's not the easiest thing in the world, and I kind of like that about it. Listen, the thing I like about this show is these girls, they aren't built different. Listen, they not the smartest person in the world. They not super strong. They really regular people, and they scared to do what they gotta do. I feel like that make it even better, because when you see them going through this, you can almost put yourself in their shoes, and you can see that really the only thing that's making them go forward is how they push through their fears. And they actually go through a lot of challenges, like adjusting to living at the sea for a long time. And the show, it doesn't treat their growth like an anime power up where you could just see it instantly. Nah, you gotta watch a whole lot to see them progress and become the person that they are. I will say the show honestly taught me a lot more about Antarctica that I really didn't know. Like when they talk about the ships and how they're actually built, and how they just run into the ice over and over to crush it. And it reminded me how different it would feel going through longitudes and latitudes. Listen, I learned about that a minute ago, but after remembering that, it's like, oh yeah, it would feel very weird going through all those places. And I found it quite interesting on how much stuff goes into going to Antarctica and how much stuff goes into living in Antarctica. Now, would I want to go to Antarctica?
Stop it. Get some help.
Hell no. But it did give me a newfound respect for the people who do go there. But listen, a place further than the universe, it kind of trying to show you that no matter how old you are or how afraid you are, you could always try to accomplish what people say would be impossible. Listen, I feel like it's almost telling you to go out and chase your dreams. And it kind of inspired me to get up and do this video, because, hey, my dream, YouTube. So that's what I'm doing right now. It inspired me to make this, and I'm kind of hoping that this video inspired you somehow. Hey, if it did, let me know in the comment. I'm gonna stop giving these inspirational speeches if they not working. But hey, I'm not a motivational speaker, and maybe I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but we here. And if you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. And if you like this video, hey, check out this video right here. It's me breaking down Nagatoro and Toradora, kind of like how I did with this, except way more detail. But if you like the video, like, subscribe, hit the notification if you want it, and we out. Almost forgot to sing. It's all still over. Hit the subscribe.